So I will explain to you in detail how that Yn is computed. So Xn is the input sample sequence. N equal to 0 onwards. It will always be there. So a continuous stream of input samples is available. Now if at this point of time, I want to compute Y. So let this N 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. N is equal to 11 right now. Is it okay? For every N you can get it. So at N equal to 11, how will you compute Yn? Yn would be, for N equal to 11, Y would be summation k equal to 0 to infinity h of k x of n minus k. So what will you do? You can write like this: h0 xn. So even though in the expression it looks simple, but sometimes it gets complicated and we are unable to get it exactly. So it is h0 xn plus h1 xn minus 1 plus h2 x of n minus 2, and it will continue. Right? So if at this, if you want to compute y11, how will you compute? You want to compute y11, so you need to write what will the expression? y11 is equal to what? h0 x11 plus h1 x10 plus h2 x9. So what is h? This is 0. So what will you do? This and this you will multiply. Are you getting me? This and this you will multiply. This and this you will multiply. This and this you will multiply. Rather, what you will do is you will take mirror image of this. You will take its mirror image and move like this. Are you getting me? It's something which you need to understand intuitively. Is it clear? So when you are here, this current input sample is to be multiplied by h0. Previous input sample is to be multiplied by h1. Previous to previous by h2. Previous to previous by h3. And all are supposed to add. So you will take its mirror image. You will take its mirror image and bring this mirror image here. Bring this mirror image. Bring one important thing is that all h values before k equal to 0 are, all h values for k less than 0 must be 0. Why? Because what is hk by definition?
0 to infinity.
No, not 0 to infinity. Meaning, if hk is transformation, what is its meaning? What a particular value of in the sequence corresponds to? hk corresponds to the proportion with which the sample or the input occurred k samples ago is contributing in the current output. So if hk is having a non-zero value for negative k, what that will mean? If hk is having a non-zero value for negative k, h of minus 3, what it will mean? h of minus 3 is the proportion with which the input occurred minus 3 samples ago. Minus 3 samples ago means 3 samples ahead. H of minus 3 will mean the proportion with which the input which is yet to occur and which will be occurring after 3 samples is contributing in current output. It can't, therefore it must be 0. So it is 0. So when all are 0, when you take mirror image, nothing is on the other side. Is it clear? You take its mirror image. So when you take its mirror image looks like this. So it is mirror imaged. It is mirror imaged. Right? Now, what we are supposed to do? This mirror image thing should be moved such that input and you are at n equal to 11. So the 0 of h matches with 11 of x. Is it clear? Take mirror image of h and slide h such that and then what you have to do? You have to have sample to sample multiplication. This into this, plus this into this, plus this into this, plus this into this. Is it clear? You have sample to sample multiplication. And then you have to add. Is it clear? What is convolution sum? Convolution sum is this into this, plus this into this, plus this into this, plus this into this. Now, this convolution sum, this discrete thing, is used as a means. Remember that maybe discrete time systems have become readily available and all these things. With that, we can compute, but that doesn't mean that we should forget differential equation solution. So this discrete thing we have taken to understand properly. Now we are going to go back to differential equation. So in this case now, what will happen is that if I sample more, means if delta t is less, what will happen? The samples would be close to each other. If delta t is less, samples will be very close to each other. Right? And when samples are very close to each other, still there will be sum. And when samples are connected to each other, what will happen? So I hope that I am not able to fully convince because it still requires huge discussion, but by and large at a broad can you draw its, let us give some time. Now can you draw equivalent, this is convolution sum. This is convolution sum. Can you draw the diagram for convolution integral? How it will look like? The formula for sum is hk x of n minus k and integral limits and all these things. Right now I don't give much significance. If you want, yes, it's there. Just try to draw, you should get a feel, draw a diagram of convolution integral. Just like how input will be there, what would be HT, what will be mirror image and how we will add.